we talk about dismantling racism. But for my own work, I think one of the most important things that we can do is dismantle whiteness. My own internalized white supremacy culture. One of the freest things that I learned one of the pathways to freedom for me was learning to say without shame, I am a racist. I'm not saying that I'm a bigot. I hope I'm not a bigot. But I benefit in this racist society and structure. As a white woman, I benefit. How can I not be a racist? It doesn't diminish me to say it. It gives me a place to aim. It gives me a place to start or to continue with accountability. And if I'm lucky, if we are lucky and we do it right, we get to work on dismantling whiteness for the rest of our lives and experience that incremental relationship-building freedom. If we are lucky and we do it right, we get to work on dismantling heteronormativity for the rest of our lives and work on and experience that moment by moment, slow spade work of freedom. I tell you, liberation lies this way. To the extent that I say, no, I'm not a racist, I can't be a racist, that can't be me, I'm not that, I'm not like, oh, name the racists that come to mind when you think of that. I'm not like Bull Connor, or I'm not like Strom Thurmond, or I'm not like any number of them. You're saying them, come on, come on. The more that I push that back and say, that's not me, I can say bigotry exists. That is true, that bigotry exists. But the more that I can embrace racism is actually present because white supremacy culture is present. That's the piece that I can work on for myself. Whiteness is conjoined with patriarchy and colonialism and capitalism, and it unleashes this ethic of mastery and self-sufficiency and control. Now listen to me. When I talk about patriarchy, I'm not talking about individual men in the room. I may be talking about some individual men, but they're not in the room. I'm talking about a system. I'm talking about a system that lifts up one set of values at the expense of others. To talk about whiteness is not to condemn people with skin like mine. It is to recognize that whiteness exists as a system of thought that benefits at the expense of others. Heteronormativity, I'm not bad because I'm heterosexual, but I participate in a system that lifts up one set of values at the expense of other people. It's complicated and messy and but it's so freeing to get into it. And I believe that the more we do our own work, the more available we are to be accountable partners, to be true allies rather than performative